Start.
Okay, welcome again to yet another episode of the Player Spotlight Show, where we shine the spotlight from a player from the Women Futsal Crazy League. And in today's episode, we've got PFC International's Tina Nasmi. So,
Hey,
Tina, how are you doing?
good. I'm doing fine. Better than the lockdown,
Uh,
whereby we can't do anything. So right now it's more better lah, more freedom.
okay. What
How about you?
happened during that period?
During that period, it's everything stopped. Coaching
Mm,
stops, training stops. So basically everything stops. So yeah, there's nothing else that we can do uh except for uh, we just do the training through Zoom,
okay.
and that's it. Yeah,
All
nothing.
right, all right.
Other than that, there's nothing else. Yep. How are
Okay.
you, Ras?
I'm okay, I'm fine. All good.
Uh-huh.
Surviving somewhat.
Miss
Yeah,
football?
no football. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we can still watch football. That's still something, but no business at the moment, as you know. So
Yeah. No
yeah,
business, no nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta make some ends meet. Doing
Mm.
some delivery work on the part time.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Everyone else is doing that actually.
yeah. It's quite much of an in thing right now.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Correct.
So okay, Tina. One thing, your name's quite unique in a sense. Tina is not unique, okay, but your full
Yeah.
name is Tina Nasmi. It's a bit unique. Can you just share with us what your ethnicity is?
I'm an Indonesian.
Your what again? Sorry,
So Indonesian.
Indonesian. Okay.
Yeah, my parents are Indonesian, so yeah, so that's
Oh, that's
my race. Yeah.
okay. Which part
Mm-hmm.
of Indonesia?
My mom is from Padang, my dad is from Medan. So one is a Padang woman, one is a Batak man.
All
So
right,
there's
right.
two cultures there over there. I mean, there's a lot of cultures, but mom is a different one, dad is a different one.
Okay. So are
Yeah.
they with you now or they're in Indonesia?
They are with me now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So on your team, PFC International, how do you get to know of this team and what made you want to join them?
Uh, Okay, I get to know of this team is because of Ming actually, because I mix with Ming, right? So
Yeah.
we work together and everything else. And sometimes, of course, Ming asked me to join their trainings and all that. So I did join, and that's when there are lack of players, and they asked me if I can play for them, and yeah, why not? I mean, football, man, who doesn't want to play at all?
Mm,
It's a passion for me. So, well, I mean, saying no to them is, of course, uh, I mean, it's my choice, but
mm.
I love football. So, yeah, I don't mind playing for them. So that's
Okay.
when I first get to know them, grooming.
Okay. And what was your first impression when you met the team and played with them?
Uh, okay, Miha, if you are if you are listening to this, or the other PFC players, please don't take it to heart. My personal view of them, obviously, as someone who is at the level of playing football, watching them play is, of course, something that I'm not used to playing with.
Mm,
So there's a lot of things that I learned from playing with them. And of course, one of the things is I have to be very patient playing with them. So but I mean they are a great team, and to me they are players who don't mind learning. So
mm.
that's the thing about them. Yeah, they just don't mind anything that the advice I give to them. So
Mm.
this is a great team actually to start
Okay.
with. Yep.
All right. Well, at the start, they were before you joined. They were a team that were good defensively, were sound defensively, and very prolific on the counter attack. So that was before you joined. They had a couple of very good strikers. One was
Mm.
I know was Tiger Adeline Panada. She was good.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sure.
So
I'm really not
I
sure.
think she wasn't playing when you joined them. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was their style earlier on. They used to stun teams by in this way. And in fact, they gave Nighthawks a run for their money in a
Oh.
few seasons before you joined. So, but of course, when you
Uh-huh.
came in, I think you brought the team up to the next level. And I'm not sure if you watched last week's episode. But in that episode,
Mm-hmm.
Ocelot FC's Shikin, she mentioned Iza from your team as one of the players that have
Uh-huh.
impressed her.
Yeah.
So that goes to show that your team is growing in reputation. And
Yeah.
I think a couple
And
of
I hope
teams
it will
have,
grow.
yeah, a couple of teams have also mentioned your team as one of their rivals, Nighthawks
Mm.
and Ocelot as well. And on that note, in fact, Nighthawks Hidayah, she mentioned you as a player that impressed her, and
Okay.
she called you Tina Turner. So I'm not sure that episode you watched has not.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what do you have to say
I'm gonna
about
find
that?
her after this. I'm gonna have to find her after this. Um. Okay, I'm not saying that she's right or she's wrong that I'm one of the players that impress her or whatsoever.
Mm,
But the thing is, I play not to impress people.
mm,
I play not to impress the players. I play because I want to win for
mm,
myself and for the
mm,
team.
mm,
So that's why I play hard. And by playing that, whether the people think that I'm impressive or not, I think it's up to their choice to to say that lah.
yeah, yeah.
So I thank Hidayah for saying that I'm one of the impressive player in the league itself. So
Mm,
thank you, Daya. But I'm still gonna find her after this for calling me Pinantana.
yeah. You mentioned about playing hard. I think we've seen maybe a couple of times. We've seen your hot-headed nature come out on the pitch. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what is it that makes you mad on the pitch?
Okay, the thing that make me mad is because I think I have uh, I want to give my best.
Mm,
You see, to the game. I want to give my best and to win the matches. Like I said, not only for myself but for the team.
mm,
So that's one of it. The other one will be, of course, I mean, to be truthful, the referees. Okay, it really sometimes make not only me, but I think most players and most team, it does kind of like make players mad, you know,
mm.
like their decisions and so on. So that's when and you know, plus the weather itself,
Uh,
that's when all the tempers come in, all the thing in me come out of me.
mm,
So yeah lah, I think the expectation lah, it's I expect too much for myself,
mm.
for the team. So I think that's what make me always hot tempered. But actually toned down a lot. So I actually toned down a lot. So I mean, you would not want to see the worst of me.
Uh-huh.
So like I say, I really toned down a lot. And
Okay.
this team actually, PFC International, actually really helped me with that. The players
Mm,
itself, most of the players really helped me with my temper.
mm,
uh, they talk to me and all that, and especially like Miha, who's always the one who always say, you know, relax and so and you know, you don't need to be so hot-headed and everything.
mm.
But you know, when you have that in you, you can never disappear from you too. At one
Yeah,
point,
you
you
can.
always have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can trigger
Mm.
anytime. Yeah, I understand that.
Anytime, yeah.
Yeah, but off the pitch,
Plus,
what's your true personality like?
oh my God, if you ask me, obviously I would say I'm a nice girl. I'm a nice person. But if you ask anyone else, I'm not sure what they would think of me. But I mean, like I said, if you ask me, I would say a nice person, but hard to be with. I don't really want to talk to people until they come and talk to me actually.
Mm,
So
mm,
yeah, Yeah. So I'm kind of, I think I'm that kind of person. I really don't
You're a
talk to them
reserved
first.
person
I
lah.
don't approach them.
Mm.
Kind of lah, I would say lah. So I
Oh.
don't approach people.
Mm.
So more often they would come and approach me actually. Yeah. I think they were scared of my stern face lah.
Yeah, probably. That's why I was trying to
Yeah.
bring in
So
another angle so that people change their perception of you. Maybe.
yeah. Hey, the face, don't judge a book by its cover, you see.
Yeah, I know, but most of the time people do.
Yeah, it's too bad, too bad
Yeah.
for the people out there.
So
Yep.
you've played in the league for quite a number of seasons. What's your opinion on this Women Futsal Crazy League?
Mm, uh, it's a fun league, I would say. I would not say it's a serious league that is happening. Uh, but it's fun to play because we get together
Mm.
and well, sometimes after a long time whereby we don't meet each other, and then there comes this league and everyone else come to play, and that's when we meet everyone else over there.
Mm.
And the the thing about this league is, um okay, for one thing about this league, it's too short.
Okay.
Okay, but the good thing about this league also is, I'm looking forward for the league,
Mm.
for the game every Saturday,
Mm.
because it makes me I don't know. I don't know what's the word for it actually, yeah. But it makes me wanna always waiting for Saturdays to play for the league.
Mm. Gives you something to look
Before,
forward to
yeah, I'm looking forward to the league every weekend.
every weekend.
Provided I don't have any tournaments with the leagues, with
Mm.
the club team.
Okay.
Yeah, if not, I'll be looking forward for the game, because after the game, that's whereby the drinks come, and that's one of the things where all of us will always look forward to
You got a lot of
after
friends
playing.
actually in the league, from other teams. I've seen. I
Mm,
think I've
yeah,
seen quite more friends coming to the league.
because most. Oh, you mean in
No,
PFC
not
International
just PFC
or overall?
International. Overall, Nighthawks and I think players from other teams recognize you. They're friends with you.
I think because of the club team. Yeah,
Mm.
we play. It's either we're in the same team or we are rivals. So that's but uh, I mean, when we are playing, we are rivals. But after the game, we are all friends.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's when I get. I mean, we all know each other, and football in Singapore is very small.
Yeah.
Everyone knows each other, so there's no surprise at all.
Okay. Well, who would you say are your team's rivals?
Hmm. At this point of time, right, everyone is my rival, is our
Mm.
rival
Mm.
actually. But if you have to ask me about a team itself, other than Nighthawks,
Mm.
okay, it will be Ocelot.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have players like Julia Farr coming
Mm.
in, and there's another girl, which I don't remember her name, but she's a strong player.
Mm.
And when I watch her play, she's a player that I don't think a player would want to go near to, because he would just bang you and to go hard on you.
Mm.
So Oslo is one of the teams that I would look other than Nighthawks.
Okay. Can you describe that person, the player?
Mm, she's a blonde actually. It's not obviously it's not Julia Farr, but
Uh-huh.
she's a blonde. Yeah, I saw her play when she was playing with Nighthawks, and I think I trained with her before, but I'm not too sure what is her name.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall either.
I,
Okay.
I I can recall if I see her face,
See your face,
but
huh?
yeah, but name wise I am not sure
Okay.
what's her name.
Maybe this is for Ocelot to identify yourself then.
Yeah.
Any jersey number, do you remember?
No, I
No.
actually don't remember because I saw her when she was playing with Nighthawks.
Okay.
Hmm. So
All right. Coming up to the next question, players that have impressed you in the league and why?
players that have impressed me. I would say JM from PFC Ladies.
Okay.
Yep, she's one of the players that I would say that impressed me because of her. I mean, she has everything. She has the basics. She has the vision,
Mm.
and she is capable of playing one, two, three, four. I think two positions, the
Mm.
front and back.
Mm.
Yeah, and she's vocal,
Mm.
very demanding, and that's a player that a team should have if you want to have a good team, because from the back she's a defender when she
Yeah.
always play with us.
Yeah.
She always commands.
Yeah.
She commands where to go, what to do, where to cover, and etc. So this kind of player, that is the player that you should look out for, because she also goes in very hard
Mm.
when she's defending. Yeah, so she's one of the players that impressed me lah. Other
Mm.
than other than I don't know who else impresses me, but she's one of the players that impressed me.
Mm. She reads the game well as well from the back.
Yeah, she have a very good vision though.
Yeah.
She
Correct.
knows what to do, and her voice is really good to command everyone.
Yeah.
Yep, and she's there to help. And I hate it when she's playing the defender because she will come at people and really, she's a player whereby the referee won't see whether it's a foul or not because she
Mm.
will wait with the ball itself,
Okay.
the
Okay.
ball
I get
and
it.
the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man and the
So
ball.
she's a
Yeah.
smart
Yeah.
player.
Uh,
Yeah, she's a smart player. A
okay.
smart player to play with.
All right. So, at what age do you start playing football?
I started at it's a very early age. 12, yeah, 12,
Okay.
13 years old. I started playing.
Mm.
Yeah,
What
it was
attracted
a
you
very
to
long way.
football?
Mm, when I was when I saw the boys playing under the void deck,
Okay.
right at that point of time during my time, players. I mean, you can see people playing under the void deck,
Yeah. Yeah.
and when I saw this couple of boys playing under the void deck, I was like, it's like I didn't know what football was,
Mm.
but it was the good when what attracted me was when they do the passing and how they do and how they come up with the tricks with the balls and all.
Mm.
So that what attracts me, and that what made me go to them and ask them whether I can join them play.
Mm.
And ever since then, that's when I play football.
Okay. I guess they let you play.
Yeah, they did. They did. I mean,
Okay.
they don't look at gender. They
Okay.
don't look whether I'm
That's good.
a female or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I was still young, so maybe they take it as okay. This little girl just want to play and have fun.
Mm. I think good learning experience for you as well.
Oh, it's a very good learning. Playing with the guys, especially under the void deck when you have nothing
Yeah.
except for the ball and the slipper as your goalpost,
And the
you
wall.
really learn a lot. Yes, the ball, slippers as a goalpost, you really learn a lot.
Yeah. True. You have the walls as well in between. You can use to dribble around or
Yeah.
hide.
Yes, yes, yes. Fight the ball and then you go one
Yeah.
round. Uh-huh.
Or you
And that's the good
shield
thing
you
about playing
shield using
football.
that wall as well. You can do that. Yeah.
Yes, that's true,
So
that's
so
true.
all these skills, you don't get it on the pitch. You get.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
pick up from them.
mm.
It's like almost everything, all the skills, most of the skills, and all those the movements and all is all from them actually. It's not
Mm.
from playing with learning. Having the session with the coaches and all. No,
Mm.
actually, I got my first basic movement. It's all from the guys playing under the void deck.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you represent your school playing football,
Mm,
school or tertiary?
No, back then there wasn't any football for ladies, for girls,
Mm.
for
Girls.
actually there's no football for girls at all.
Mm.
Be it in tertiary, in primary school, secondary school. So I pick up nothing from schools, but I pick up something from the void deck players.
Okay. Back when you say back then, around what years were that?
Oh my god. Well, it's early 90s, I guess.
Early 90s. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
early 90s. Yep. So there wasn't any football for girls.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah.
that we get a ball and then we play amongst each other. That's it.
Okay. So are you much of a viewer of football? You watch matches on TV?
No,
No.
actually no. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't really watch football. And yeah, I don't really watch football. I just wait for the results. Yeah, just wait for
Okay.
the results. That's it.
Any favorite clubs?
Menu.
All right.
I mean, all-time favorite for every one of us. I don't
Yeah.
know if you are a
Yes,
menu
yes, I am.
fan. All
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's good choice.
menu fan.
When it came to World Cups, any favorite national team?
Mm, actually, no,
No, no.
none. Yeah. So I just watch them when I feel like watching.
Okay,
Other than that, actually, I'm not really interested in
watching.
because yeah, it was because the thing is they play at what 1, 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I don't wait until that late to watch a football match.
What about
Yeah.
those at about 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. or 7 ish?
Mm,
Sometimes there are games at that time.
no, not really, because
No.
at that period of time, I'm doing my own things. I'm
Okay.
playing football, or then rather I'm having my training.
mm,
Say about 7 lah.
mm,
10 p.m. I'll still outside having
drinks.
drinks, yeah. So I don't really watch football.
Okay. Any favorite player that you look out for?
Um, Ryan Giggs.
Hmm.
Ryan Giggs is my all-time favorite up until now.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
So when you're playing on the 11-a-side pitch, were you a winger?
Yes.
Okay.
Winger come forward.
Mm. So no
Mm.
wonder Ryan Giggs then.
Yeah, that's why I like Ryan Giggs. I
Yeah.
fell in love with football also because I first watched him play, and he was like with the ball.
Yeah.
It's like magic with the balls.
Correct.
So
Yeah. It twists
that's
and
why
he's,
I like him.
the way he runs in between players, twists and turns.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 And at
correct.
speed as well. Yeah.
And as a left-legged,
Mm.
he he kind of like really teach me a lot how to play on the left wing and how to
Mm.
play with your left foot.
Fit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you work as?
Me,
Yeah.
I'm a football coach.
Full-time football coach.
No, we don't have a full-time football coach here in Singapore. At least not in Singapore.
Okay. So maybe you
Oh,
juggle a few gigs then.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Understand. Just to make
yeah,
ends meet, right?
yeah. Who's not?
Yeah. So I understand that you're a former national player.
Oh, yeah, yes,
Yep, correct.
yeah.
So what was that
Mm-hmm.
experience like representing your country?
Mm. It feels really good actually to
Mm,
represent your country, and especially when you sing the national anthem before the start of the game.
mm,
You really feel the pride of wearing the jersey with the flag.
mm.
Yeah, it was a feeling that I think most players would want to experience it. Yeah,
Okay.
and back then it was a pride of Singapore actually, women's football in Singapore.
Okay. And during your time, what was the biggest achievement for the women's national team?
During my time, it was oh we qualified for the second round in AFC.
Mm.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things when during my time lah. It was a big thing actually.
The AFC Cup or something, right?
Yeah, AFC Cup. Yeah. and
And
we
what
go
are the
through.
teams that you beat on the way to qualification for the second round?
Oh my God, it's really a long time, and I can't remember.
Any big
But
teams or what?
I think one of it is, I think it was either Philippines or Malaysia. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we beat them, but when we beat them, we didn't qualify until the last stage of my group,
Mm.
they determine whether we qualify for the second round or not, and that's when we did. We were waiting actually in the bus.
Mm.
All of us were like, okay, we need to go back and pack our clothes, flight tomorrow. And then we were waiting in the bus, and then suddenly my manager said that we qualified for the second round. And all of
Okay.
us were like,
Hooray.
happy.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, oh my God, it's like a celebration, and it's not an easy thing. The teams were tough actually.
Mm. And where was this played?
In I remember this was in Thailand. Yep,
Thailand. Okay.
Thailand. Yep.
All right. So I understand you were also a coach for the national youth team quite recently.
Yeah, it was last year.
Okay.
Yep.
At what level was that you were coaching?
Under 16.
Under 16. Okay. So from
Yep,
that,
under 16.
what was the transition like? So from a national team player to a national coach, even if it's at a youth level, what's the transition like for you?
It was a big transition.
Mm.
I mean, from a player, I was naughty. I was, uh, I mean, how was I? I was naughty lah back then. So when you become a coach, that's when you have to stop everything and you have to be serious with them. You
Mm.
can't I mean, you can have the fun moments, yes,
Mm.
but at the right time and the right place. It's not as when we are the player, we can have fun, we can love this and that. No, 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 that's when you are a coach, there's nothing like that you can do, because other teams, people are all looking at you.
Mm.
So if you have a coach that acts like a clown,
Mm.
the whole team, I think the whole team will look like a clown.
Mm.
So
You
that's
lose
when,
control of the team.
yes, so that's when, as a player, there's so much thing you can do, but as a coach, there's a certain thing that you can do and you can't do.
Mm.
So it's actually kind of a big transition lah for me, and it's kind of stress too,
Big
taking a
responsibility as
team
well.
on my shoulder. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And were you
Mm.
expecting this call up to be the national coach for the youth level?
No, I wasn't. I was actually an assistant coach
Okay.
for that,
Mm.
and then the head coach itself have to take over the national team, the A team. That's
Okay.
when she offered me to be the head coach for the under 16, and
Mm.
I was actually thinking about it. I wasn't actually immediately accepting it,
Mm.
and I asked a few of my other coaches, senior coaches, about
Mm.
this and what the pros and cons. And so most of them say go for it. That's where you learn to become a better coach. Yeah, so that's where I go for the head coach position.
Okay. What's the name of the coach that became the coach for the senior team?
Melissa.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
And then what is the difference between the present generation and your generation of players?
Oh, there's a lot of difference actually. The past generations, my generations, actually, most of us were in our nearly 20s.
Mm.
So actually, during my time, it was more of the players are about 20 and above.
Mm.
The oldest was, I think, about 30. So the generation there's a big gap, but at the same time, we work together.
Mm.
And it's the good thing is because when they are there, they help us to to be to help us to be to what do you
United,
call it,
be united as a team.
united as a team, and they guide us. Yep,
Mm.
the word is they guide us. And about the generations now, it's way different because I think, I mean, for my own thinking, is that they are actually not really into playing, but
Mm.
more of showing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference that I would say between my time, my generation, and this generation now.
Mm.
Yeah.
And how has the team done recently? The women team. I don't think
Uh,
the results have been very good, right?
no, so far, no, it's not good at all, actually. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So yourself, do you personally have any ambitions of becoming the national team coach for the women team?
Um, at least not for Singapore. I mean, like, telling the truth, or at least not for Singapore.
Mm.
If I have the chance to go out of Singapore,
Mm.
uh, I would.
Okay.
But like, seriously, not for Singapore.
Okay. What countries are you looking at to go to?
uh, the nearest, Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have to be blunt over here. And I think I need to be blunt too. So, and yeah, I think I just need to be blunt.
Yeah. No problem.
Yep.
It's okay. We welcome to Malaysia if you ever come there.
Yeah, Malaysia is one of the countries that I would look forward if I were to have that certain opportunity to
Mm.
be the head coach over there. Yeah,
Mm.
I would go to Malaysia because
It's a
I see
different
for
level.
myself. Yes, I see for myself that there's a whole lot of different level between the Malaysians and the Singapore players.
Mm.
This, this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
And
Um,
not that I don't want. I'm sorry. Not that I don't want to be to be coaching the Singapore players, but at this extent, if they are showing this kind of mentality and not enough discipline,
mm,
no, no one would want.
yeah, I think the game in Malaysia is much, at a much advanced stage as well.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm quite familiar with what they are doing.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
so I do know that they are at all levels actually, not just the women team, even the
Yeah, at
men
all
the men's
levels.
team, the youth teams. We're doing quite well down there. It's just a matter
Mm.
of, sometimes there will be, politicking issues, and that is the thing that's our downfall in Malaysia.
I think everywhere they will have politics. I mean, not in Malaysia. I would say Singapore would have politics too. I mean,
Mm.
it's a lie
If
if
they
they
say
say
no,
they don't
yeah,
have any
correct.
politics at all. So I think all countries would have all their own problems, their own politics.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think at the end of the day, if decisions are made for the good of that nation, then I think
for
that's
the
what matters.
yeah, that's what matters most.
Yeah, correct. So what would you like to see change in the women game here in Singapore?
The game,
Yeah, like, the
um,
scene, the game, everything around women football in Singapore. Because you play in our league, that's futsal, but you
uh-huh.
also heavily involved in the 11 aside and now the
Mhm.
coaching as well. So you probably have a wider view of everything.
I think one of it that need to be changed is to be. I mean, if you want to have viewers and all that, is to be equal with the men. I
Mm,
mean, of course, we don't produce what the men produce, but at least give us the opportunity. That's
mm,
what we need, the opportunity for us to play overseas and also locally. And to, like the men, they do broadcast the games and everything.
Yeah.
So if only the women's team, the women's game, they will do the same, I think probably it would be a good one, so the changes is actually there.
Mm.
And of course the platform of the women's team should,
Should
change
rise.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
At the
if one
moment,
of the
nobody's a professional player, right?
no one's a professional player.
Mm.
I would consider them as amateurs.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's when the changes had to be made.
So
So
would you like to see the game being professional in Singapore for the women?
it's hard actually. Would love
Mm.
to, but it's gonna be very very hard. And we need the support of the people out there to support women's football. But because if there is no one to support, then
Yeah, it's
there's no
tough
point.
to grow
Yeah,
also.
there's no point in all this. Unlike if you are talking about US and all that,
Mm.
that's a different thing. But if you're talking about Singapore, uh, no, it's tough. It's really tough.
Mm.
So the first thing that need to be changed is, of course, the equality, the
Okay.
opportunity. Yeah. If not, Singapore women's football will never go that far.
All right.
Yeah.
So on that serious note that we shall leave this conversation. Thank you for taking your time out to speak to us. Very interesting insights from you.
I know this.
Interesting viewpoints as well.
Yeah.
Any last
So
words for the viewers?
I hope the game, I mean, the tournament will continue, but I don't know when. As soon as possible, I hope.
Yes.
Which, yeah, actually, when will it be?
We don't know. It all depends on the government.
Okay. So, but
Yeah.
I
So
hope to.
once the government gives us the green light to go ahead, we will. There's no way that we're gonna suspend. I mean, temporary cancel the league at all. There's no chance of that happening. We will continue when the government
Mm,
gives us the green light. So that's our
yeah,
stand.
but at this rate, people getting more
Yeah.
infected. I don't know when, but I really hope so. It will be soon, because
Yeah.
I think everyone miss football, plus
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
I miss football too. I miss being hot-headed inside. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
Yeah. And on that
Okay.
on that note, I think one of our referees, Samad, knows how to handle you, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's one of the referee knows that because he did before he did ref the women's league.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
It was
knows the ins and out of most players.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in that sense, I think when he's playing, when he's refereeing, I think I'm comfortable.
Comfortable enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
because he knows the players.
Yeah. That's true as well. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Have a good one, and I hope to see you soon again.
All right, you too. Have a good one. Take care,
Take care.
and hope to see you soon, very
Yeah.
soon,
Yeah. Bye
hopefully.
bye. Bye.
All right, bye bye.
See
Bye
you.
bye.